Fiona Anderson from Business in Vancouver back with us, and we're talking this time around about Vancouver housing prices.
That's right. We talked an hour ago about what was happening in the Fraser Valley, and we said that market was hot, hot, hot. Well, it's not surprisingly hot, hot, hot in Vancouver as well. In both areas, it's a seller's market where there's so many buyers looking for fewer and fewer houses. And that actually has a greater effect on Vancouver, which is considered more desirable, I guess, because it's having a greater upward push effect on prices. So let's just look at the numbers of what's happening in the sales. If you look, and as I said this morning, it's not the number of homes that are being sold that's important. It's look at those percentages. Well, there's about 4,000 homes were sold in July in the Greater Vancouver area. That's 30% higher than last July. And you look at the new listings, they're only 3.8% higher than last year. So they're not keeping up with sales. So what do we look at? The active listings, 26.3% lower than last year. So you can see there's a lot less houses out there, more buyers snapping them up. What's the sales to active listings ratio? 34.6%. Why do I give you that number? Because that tells you if it's a balanced market or a seller's market. And I can tell you, anything over 20% in Vancouver is considered a seller's market. It'd have to be under 14% to be considered a buyer's market. And I can't remember the last time we had a buyer's market. I remember it was balanced for about a few months, a year or so ago, but we've been always in a seller's market. So what has that done to prices? Well, it's pushed them up, not surprisingly. So a detached single-family home is now worth about $1.14 million. That's up 16.2% from a year ago. And if you want to know, in 10 years, that's doubled. It's 100% higher than it was 10 years ago. And it's increased 1.6% just since June. A townhouse is about $511,500. That's up 7.8% from a year ago, up almost 1% from June alone, and 57% higher than it was 10 years ago. A condo, we saw in the Fraser Valley, condos were actually slightly lower than a year ago. Not so in Vancouver. Average condo price about $400,900, up 6%, almost 6% from a year ago, and up only 0.2% from June. So what actually is happening? Why is this happening? Well, the low interest rates definitely are important. That actually encourages people to buy because people are really thinking about what's my monthly payment and not what is the overall price. But people still think, rightly or wrongly, that they've got to get into the real estate market because the prices are going to continue going up. We've definitely seen evidence of that. It does seem to always go up, but it's not a slam dunk. So be cautious out there. Don't feel you have to jump into the market because maybe prices aren't going to go up.
All right, Fiona, thank you very much. If you want some more details, you can always check out Fiona at BIV.com.